Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Throwing to start the drive. Finney. It's caught. It's Stewart. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Finney. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Now the try here for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Shut up. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Once again, it's Brooks. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
19 tight. Ready. 19 Lion. Hurt. Go.
Now Purdy. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Shelton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Shelton, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. This is caught by McMillan. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Go! Hey, smash Bronco! Ready?
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The Bucs sitting at 5-2 on the year. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Come on, set. Roll, roll, roll.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Amari Barno getting there to make the stop. You look at this Carolina defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the
Second and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Ready.
They go play action here. Purdy. The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, ready.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A run out of the gun with Brooks.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
60 bison, 60 bison.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they go with Brooks.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Finney.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Finney.
That's taken in by Franklin. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw again. Fights through him.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check, check. Street.
Back to throw again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Shelton. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw. Finney. Flushed out right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll find McMillan here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Ready? Track 60. Go.
Back to throw, Purdy. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Purdy looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Here's Brooks. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. The slot man in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Purdy now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Looking to throw. Finney. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. They'll run on 1st down. It's Shelton, and he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Finney. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Finney. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got Otten.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here's Purdy. finding Otten once more.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Warrior 70 range.
Palmer going in motion right.
Ready.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer.
Track 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Trey Palmer, 31 yards. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing to start the drive. Finney. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Shelton.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Shelton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Holland. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, it's Shelton. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All three timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. He's back to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And this is desperation time now in the final minute. You're just throwing something up there, hoping you can get a call. Maybe find a way to get someone free. But no dice there. That one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Purdy. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Purdy to throw. Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Here we go. 19 Lions. Come 19. Mustang 19. Say, hey. 79 Broncos.
To throw is Purdy. He's going to let it fly. This ball
intercepted. Running free at the 45. And the Panthers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Carolina, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.